couple goals for yourself against Provost there. Just break down how you were able to contribute on the score sheet.
Yeah, I just got the puck through. I mean, obviously we got a lot of guys in the power play that can put the puck in the net, so just had to keep up with those guys.
So looking forward to this series. What do you guys got to do?
I just got to play hard. I mean, play physical with these guys. Obviously, they're a good team and got a lot of speed, so just keep doing what we're doing.
All right, best of luck out there.
Thank you.
Hey, just wanted to say welcome to the stream. It's the championship series versus between Stettler and Wainwright. To everyone in Stettler listening and watching, thank you. And everyone in Wainwright, also thank you for tuning in for game one of the series. And we'll let the atmosphere of the building take over for a moment as the Imperials are about to step on the ice. We are Hometown Media Stettler, broadcasting live from the Stettler Rec Center for the East Central Senior Hockey League's Championship Series between the Stettler Imperials and the Wainwright Rustlers. The two biggest communities in the league face off. A best-of-5 series. Game 1 tonight, Game 2 tomorrow in Wainwright. And once again, thank you for joining us as we start this game. Face-off at center ice, and first face-off of the series is won by Stettler, and Rost sends it in. That pass out in front was a dangerous one to Hansel, but it eluded him and goes all the way down. Stollery up to Cassidy. To Rost. Here's Kieran Rost, who takes a check and sends it in to the Wainwright zone. Taken by Houston and rings it around. Stollery is there. Tonight's interviewee. And the first period brought to you by Ampco Electric. If it's electrical, we do it. A backhand and a save. Grabbed by the Imperials. Adam Turnus gets tripped up a little bit, but Piggin of the Imperials has the puck. Passes it over to Scottapole. Tried to get to the center ice area. Now to the point, a shot through. Just over the net, and now out of the zone as Guthrie has it for the Imperials and sends it back in. And covered up by the Wainwright goaltender. To the half wall on the far side, grabbed by the Imperials, trying to put on more pressure in this Game 1 of the championship series. Both teams looking to grab a hold of the Ralph Wiest Memorial Trophy. An Imperial takes a tumble. Here's Comerford at center ice for Wainwright, and there's a shot. A dump anyway, off the stick of Kistner, and picked up by Wainwright. James at the point. Brings it in, and stolen by the Imperials' Kistner to the other side, and taken now by Wainwright, just for time being, but the Stettler Imperials grab it, and they'll break out. It's Fournier to center ice. Fournier gets past James, and it is picked up by Ethan Rost. Now a lead pass, and a nice one, but just couldn't be handled. Now a pass in front, and a Wainwright player couldn't get all of it, and it went wide. Now a chance for DeYoung. DeYoung takes a hit. Now James again for Wainwright. Dumps it in. Thielman will send it around. And Wainwright will now put on some pressure of their own. Berg is at the point, but Brower of the Imperials will dump it in. There's a check. And a save by the Wainwright goaltender. Wainwright tries to cover it up, but missed on it, and Dicker almost had the pass, but ends up to Guthrie of the Imperials, who had an errant pass himself, and Wainwright will go in offside. The Imperials with it to Cassidy, to center ice. Cassidy goes around Horn and will dodge a check afterward. Back to the point. Cassidy, he's moving, he's grabbing the puck and takes a slap shot. And it goes off a stick and wide. Now the Imperials applying some pressure, a shot that goes wide. Houston to the point. Here's Houston again, out in front, and back to the point. The Rustlers can't clear. To the front, here's Woodward of Wainwright off the boards to center ice, but the Imperials have it again, and King will send it in. And we have a whistle. It's a too many men call, and Wainwright will be going to the box. And this Imperials power play is presented by Canadian Tire. Rost gets in a little trouble at the line, passes it to Piggin, who takes a shot, and that goes wide. Rost to Piggin again. Stettler in a good power play formation. Here's Walker, a shot. Glove save. And a shot by Turnus that goes wide after a deflection. Back to the point, and you got Ross to Piggin. Ross gets bumped off the puck. Not quite, though, by Wainwright. They will now and send the puck down the ice. Stettler gets it in the zone with a minute and 1 second left on the power play, and covered by the Wainwright goaltender. Cassidy takes it away from a Wainwright player. Here's Houston to Stollery. A shot, pad save, a rebound, a good stick by number 13, Fletcher, as Fletcher will send it down the ice and kill some valuable seconds. There's a pass from Kistner to Houston, makes a move at the line and goes offside. Stollery will go pick it up and go around behind Imperials goaltender Simon Thielman. The pass up to center and chipped in. At the half wall. Leggett was there with a physical play. Chipped out, off the boards, and out. And we have an icing call. Once again, the starting goaltenders tonight is Simon Thielman for the Imperials and Thomas Iceman. The puck in the Wainwright zone. Shots are 3-1 for the Imperials. Piggin takes a check, and the captain Turnus to Walker, and a save made by Iceman. An open Imperial is right there, but the pass doesn't get through. This time it gets to Walker, who takes a shot. Puck available, and it just goes wide. Good chance for Adam Turnus to get the first goal of the game. Here's Wright with it. A pass that gets tipped, almost intercepted. And now Wainwright will dump it in. Wright from the Imperials wanted to go one way, the puck goes the other. .10:34 to go in this first period. Brought to you by Ampco Electric and Stettler. Here's Stollery for the Imperials. Gets it out. And now Stollery gets it back. That pass just off the mark for Rost. And Ethan Rost tips it back into the Wainwright zone. Wainwright gets it to center ice. That pass just didn't connect, and Stettler fires it in and gets a change. Here's Cassidy. Loses it. An opportunity for Wainwright. Wainwright, a shot wide, back to the point to Mullet, sent back in. That pass doesn't get to Hansel for the Imperials, and it's flipped right back in by Wainwright. Two players scrapping at the blue line. Hansel cherry picking a little bit, can't get the pass. And it's Cassidy and Hansel, Mullet for Wainwright. Back to the point, Guthrie, here's a chance, but covered up by Iceman. Face-off won by Stettler, a shot. Glove side, it goes wide. Back to the point. Another save. Rebound. Another big save by the Wainwright netminder. Picked up and sent right back in the zone by Scottapole. It's out in front. Both teams chopping at it. There's a pass off the boards to Dicker. Goes to center ice. Shot saved by Thielman. Rebound. Thielman covers up after a second save. And we'll be right back after a moment from our main sponsor, Stettler Boston Pizza.
At Boston Pizza, a fast lunch doesn't have to mean fast food. Now you can get a $15 lunch served in just 20 minutes, including your choice of a main, side, and drink. That's right, lunch for $15 at your local Boston Pizza.
Wainwright with it at the point, a shot, rebound, covered up by Thielman in the slot as some rough stuff in front of the Imperials crease. And Wainwright now will get their first power play opportunity of the evening. They'll win the faceoff. James is there. Passes it off. That was a cross-checking penalty for Brower. There's a shot and a save by Thielman. Stettler looking to get it out. It's Turnus. And it should leave the zone. It does, and Hansel will drive it all the way down the ice. 7:34 to go in the opening frame, brought to you by Ampco Electric. Here's James, drives the net and crashes into the Stettler goaltender. Thanks to everyone watching, 146 of you. If you haven't subscribed to our Hometown Media Stettler YouTube channel yet, please do so. We share local news, local sports, and we'd love to have a few more subscribers. We're just over 800. Here's a steal by Houston, shorthanded and blocked in front. Fletcher drops it off. Comerford to Fletcher. Cassidy looking to steal it again on the short-handed opportunity. Now it is in the Stettler zone. Cassidy can't get it deep as Mullet fires it back into the Stettler zone with 22 seconds left on the power play. Driving the net is Wainwright. A save by Thielman. There is a loose puck. And it gets back to the point. Everyone's set back up on the power play. And Stettler gets it out. And they will be able to successfully kill that penalty. It's picked up by Scottapole, who drives wide, now behind the net. And it's grabbed by Hamilton, fired over. No one was there to receive the pass, so Hamilton picks it up again and does some pretty good work getting into the Imperial zone, but now it's at center. But in Wainwright's possession as they fire it back in. No icing call. That one's going all the way down for an Imperials icing. Fletcher sends it in again. It's at the half wall. Guthrie will take out number 41. Weeks. Imperials grab it at their own blue line. There's a pass to Turnus off the skate. And Piggin to Stollery of the Imperials. High saucer pass. Turnus, good work there, grabbing the puck. Now off the boards. And we do have a delayed penalty. Wainwright will be going to the box next for Stettler's second power play. As we have a high sticking call. All right, Stettler on the power play for the second time. Power play presented by Canadian Tire. And the puck sent down the ice. Behind the net, Stollery. Here's Houston looking to get up the ice. Now it's Kistner with it for the Imperials. Stollery off the boards to himself, and now Will drives forward on the power play. A shot, blocker save, and I think that puck was hit with a high stick. Both sides direct center, filling up nicely here. Game one of the championship series between Wainwright and Stettler. That one tipped away from a Cassidy chance, and the puck will go just past the blue line for a offside call. Here's Rost, dumps it in. Stettler has less than a minute on the power play. And to center ice and out as Rost will chase. Shots now 9-7 in favor of the Imperials. It has certainly been a tight one so far. As Rost will dash forward, it's taken by a Wainwright player, but now Walker of the Imperials. Turnus gets checked off the puck. Now Wainwright grabs it again and will send it out. And a good penalty kill by Wainwright. Here's Ethan Rost. Houston moves inside, a shot. Deflected over the net to Scottapole. Behind the net, around to the far side corner. Houston to Turnus. Out in front and taken by one of the assistant captains for Wainwright. Over to James. Behind the net. Out in front, a weak backhand, doesn't get through, as Houston will grab it for the Imperials and get off the boards, but not to an Imperial. Wainwright with it, James sends it in, Thielman leaves it. Here's Scottapole. A shot by Hansel. And Stettler will put on a little bit of pressure. The dying 2 minutes of the first period. That is brought to you by Ampco Electric. There's a shot off the post. Back to the point. Right. Cassidy, right again. A shot, a slap shot on, and Iceman will make the save. There's another shot, saved. Stettler's 10th shot of the game. Last minute of this period, taken by Wainwright. A shot off the side of the net. Now Tucker will chip it off the boards and out. And pass Fletcher to the Imperials' Cody Wright. That pass from Stollery hits a skate. Does end up to Wright, who will take a check. Hamilton for Wainwright sends it in. And the Imperials will take exception to some contact on Thielman, as Cody is getting roughed up by Aykroyd. And Thielman looks like he's definitely feeling that collision. As you can see, the trainer out there for the Imperials is working with Thielman. Will Stettler have a goalie change? We'll see. Doesn't look like it. Thielman going for a skate will stay in the net. Now the refs will have to figure out what they're going to do with the penalty situation. As you would imagine, there's going to be quite a few guys in the box after that. Once again, I'd like to thank our main sponsor of tonight's live stream, Stettler Boston Pizza. They've been sponsoring every live stream all year long, the season and the playoffs too. Always been a great supporter of local sports broadcasts that we do, football and hockey, so just wanted to send a quick shout out to them this evening. Looks like some guys are going in the box as they figure everything out. Still a scoreless game, 22 seconds to go in the first. Looks like Stettler will be on the power play. And we'll be right back after the intermission for the second period, and Stettler will be on the power play for 4 minutes and 38 seconds. Thanks for watching the live stream. We are Hometown Media Stettler, and we'll be back. Well, welcome back to the stream, everyone. After Simon Thielman of the Imperials got hit and a scrum ensued, Stettler ends up on a 5-minute power play presented by Canadian Tire. And they will start the period with that. Behind the net to Houston. And the second period is brought to you by Stettler Brewing Company. Craft beer and fresh brews, discover local flavors at the brew house. Back to the point, a shot by Stollery goes wide. And now picked up by Cassidy, and a shot saved by Iceman. All right, second period is underway. 3 minutes and 52 seconds to go on the power play. Stettler wins the face-off. Cassidy over to Stollery. To Kistner. And now set down the ice by Wainwright. Doing a good job on the penalty kill. As they're going to have to be sharp for a few more minutes. And back out. Thielman can't stop it. It's in the corner. Picked up by Kieran Rost. Now to Piggin, who backtracks. Off the boards and out again, as Stettler only has less than 3 minutes to work with. Well, still quite a bit of time. They haven't been able to generate much on this extended power play. There's Walker, a backhand over to Rost. He's got Turnus with them, out in front. It's loose, a shot, and a save by the Wainwright goaltender. Take a quick look at that save. He's got the Wainwright goaltender has made 14 stops so far. Back to the point to Stollery, just can't handle it as it goes out. Now, just a regular power play, 2 minutes. Cassidy speeding through the neutral zone, loses an edge and crashes into the boards, but will get it back after Kistner gave it to him. Now back to the point. Shot in for Houston. Houston out in front. Stollery, a shot. Good block by James. Here's Houston again. A shot. And a good save. Deflected into the mesh here at the Stettler Rec Center. Here's Rost. Good move. A shot. Just can't slide it past Iceman. There's another shot. Blockered away. And it trickles in. And Stettler has a 1-0 lead. Stettler gets the lead, and they're still on the power play for 40 seconds. Houston, a shot. Off the blocker. Back to the point to Stollery. Stettler looking for more. 26 seconds to go on the power play. That cross ice pass to Kistner leads to a odd man rush as Houston is there. And good defensive play by Stettler as Wainwright couldn't get a pass over. Here's Kistner. He gets the pass. There's a shot. And bodies are flying, and the net is off its moorings, and a whistle. Three seconds to go, maybe one more opportunity. It has to be a quick one as the power play is over. Find the net. And to the point for Guthrie. Guthrie gets checked. Now DeYoung of the Imperials. Back to the point. Now a shot blocked and chipped forward by James, and Dicker is there as well. Puck back into Stettler's zone, and Tucker will grab it and move it forward off the back of the Imperials player, and Wainwright's Woodward looking for the puck, can't get to it, past Fletcher, and now 16 Fletcher, and some contact to the right of Thielman. Stettler up 1-0 and out shooting the Rustlers 21-8. In this second period, brought to you by Stettler Brewing Company. Here's Fletcher. Shot, and Thielman will just steer that one out of play. A shot from the point doesn't get through as Rost and number 9, James, collide. Both get up, though. They're okay. Kistner kicks it forward and then reverses it. And that one gets to Fournier. Fournier on a rush. There's a shot, blockered away. And Rost couldn't grab handle of the rebound. That one goes down the ice past Wright. Wright will pick it up and get it to Stollery, his partner. And we have an icing call. And we'll be right back after this message from our main sponsor, Stettler Boston Pizza.
A fast lunch doesn't have to mean fast food. Now you can get a $15 lunch served in just 20 minutes, including your choice of a main, side, and drink. That's right, lunch for 15 bucks at your local Boston Pizza.
Here's a chance for the Imperials, kicked out, it's loose and grabbed by the Rustlers. But Stettler will send it in, Fletcher gets it around, stolen by the Imperials out front. Iceman will get a stick on it, Imperials again. And that pass was dangerous. Here's a backhand, doesn't get through again. Stettler, they've had a couple opportunities to increase their lead in the last couple of minutes here. Dicker for Wainwright. Get it to center ice, but that's all. Puck pass, Stollery. Dicker will end up just going for a change. Woodward steps on the ice. It is 1-0 Stettler here in the second period. That puck past Scottapole, and Thielman gets it back to Scottapole. Now a race for it as Hansel wanted to beat James to it. And there will be a tripping call from that. After what may or may not have actually been a trip, Stettler is on the penalty kill. Didn't quite look like to us that there was a stick involved, but either way, the ref makes a call. 2 minutes in the box for Stettler. Here's James off the glove of Thielman. And Stettler will get it out as it's behind the net and taken by James. Wainwright, they're down 1-0 in this game one of the 5-game series. There's a shot, loose. Good save by Thielman. 10 minutes and 5 seconds left here in the second period, brought to you by Stettler Brewing Company. Here's Turnus to right, who fires it down. Now James makes a move around Houston. Took a spill and the puck passed. Now Turnus with an opportunity. Turnus shoots, scores! Oh, captain, my captain, with the short-handed goal. And for those in the comments that don't get too upset, it's now 2-0 on the scoreboard. And another Stettler goal. Presented by Stettler Boston Pizza. Now Cassidy with an opportunity. Here's Cassidy's shot. Will get blockered away by Iceman. So Stettler on their 26th shot. They're up 2-0 in game one. DeYoung is there, but a good stick by the captain of Wainwright to clear that pass away from danger. Thielman passed it off. DeYoung couldn't grab the pass, and now it goes all the way down the ice, and Stettler will beat it out. Past Mullet. King for the Imperials at the point, waiting for it. The puck stays in, and it's Walker who feeds a pass. And that shot off the glove of the Wainwright goaltender to King. Another shot, a weak one, that ends up in the corner for Houston. Now King will send it in. Up the boards to Kistner, backhand, into the zone. Stettler putting on the pressure now. And the puck will end up at Iceman's doorstep, and he'll just cover up. Deflected into the corner. A scrap for it, picked up by Wainwright. Wainwright player will trip, and Fletcher will send it in. Pass to Woodward to the point. James backhand. And a good stick by Scottapole to grab it, but he ends up taking a spill as well. Here's the last goal scorer, Turnus. The pass up the ice. And off the board, Stettler will get it out in this second period, brought to you by Stettler Brewing Company. Turnus again has a couple players. There's a pass and a really nice save, keeping it 2-0. And we'll take a quick look at that last goal. Stettler wins the face-off, shot into the glove of Iceman. Stollery loses it, and James will pick it up, number 37. Well, James will grab it again to Dicker, and an offside call at the line. 5:57 to go. Pass over to Houston, and the Wainwright goaltender will chip it into the mesh at the rec center and get a whistle.
We are still looking for that shootout holder. Place $2,500 chance ticket number 3.
There's a shot. Fournier gets it. Doesn't quite get it through. Ross now fighting for it. Goes into the Stettler zone and picked up by DJ Kistner. DJ has Ross with him. Bit of a battle. In front of the net, knocks the net off its moorings.
We've got a second ticket pull for that shoot to win. We are now looking for a white ticket number 326.
And make sure to join us in the second intermission for the shoot to win, as we will see if someone can finally get the puck through one of those little holes and win a big cash prize. Here's Fletcher, a shot, and a save by Thielman. Now it's in the corner for James. Wainwright looking to get on the board. They're down 2-0 in game one. Here's Gosselin off of Rost's shin pad to the corner. Back to the point. Here's Gosselin. There's a shot. And a save by Thielman. To the far side, it's Ross who takes the check after a shot on Iceman. Here's James flipping it in. Off the glass, a pass from Thielman. That'll go all the way down. Goalie to goalie. And the Wainwright goaltender will elect to just cover up and get a whistle. Dicker can't grab the puck. It's in Wainwright's zone. Here's Walker. There's a shot. Nice glove save. Pig in at the face-off dot with Woodward. Oh, sorry, that was Hamilton. Now up the ice. Wainwright player makes a move, gets past Stettler, tries to wrap around. Hamilton a shot. Doesn't get through either. And Wainwright will be going to the box. And it is another Stettler Imperials power play brought to you by Canadian Tire. There's a shot. Save.
Wainwright Rustlers penalty number 71, Kyle Bishop. 2 minutes for Hope. Time of that penalty, 16-20.
Now Houston with it, a shot off the bar. Back to Stollery, who has it, and now Stollery gets it forward off a skate. Fournier chased it, and Houston was able to keep it in. Now Houston and Stollery will go back to get the puck after the Rustlers will get it out as they try to keep it 2-0 and kill this penalty. That pass doesn't get to another Imperial. And now a chance, but Thielman gets out to make a play. And got a bit lucky too that the puck jumped over the stick of a Wainwright player. Rost. Kieran Rost to center ice for the Imperials. Now to the slot area. Stettler chops at it. And now picked up by Turnus, who loses it to Hamilton. And Hamilton for Wainwright will fire it in with 20 seconds to go on the Stettler power. 1:45 to go in this frame. Stettler up 2-0. Here's Walker. Turnus can't get a handle, and it's stolen by Wainwright, who will have successfully killed the penalty, but Piggin will have the puck. Chopped in by Walker of the Imperials. Will go for a change. Iceman drops it off for James. Nice pass to Woodward, who has a Rustler with him, but that pass just didn't connect. Hansel. Here's a 3-on-2 chance, and Cassidy can't grab the puck. Back to the point, Kistner. Now behind the net to Houston. Here's Cassidy. King sends it over to Kistner. There's a shot. Goes wide and comes around. And King will get it back into the corner and get a good hit on a Rustler. Only 25 seconds to go in the second period. 246 of you watching the game. I want to say thank you to everyone watching the championship round, and we hope you join us for the third period. Walker sends it in with only 15 seconds to go. Back to the point, Guthrie. And with this period coming to a close, a couple of big hits in the corner. And now the players getting into it. You can see a couple of them in the corner there. And the refs, I should say, 2 of them in the mix. Everyone will go to their respective dressing rooms and get ready for period number 3. Who will take game 1 of this series? Please join us about 3/4 the way through the intermission for the shoot to win. See if someone can win over $2,000. And then we'll be back for third period action here at the Stettler Rec Center. We are Hometown Media Stettler. All right, welcome back for the time being. As it's time for the shoot to win. All right. Pumping up the crowd for the shoot to win. There's a shot. I don't know if that's going to get there. It might. Hurry, hurry. Oh. And it doesn't quite get there. Now time for the second shot. There's a shot, a little more mustard, but wide right. And we'll be back for the third period. All right, welcome back to the live stream. We are Hometown Media Stettler, and the Imperials are up 2-0 to start this period off. They have outshot the Rustlers 34-15 in this game. As Iceman leads out the Rustlers to the right of the broadcast booth here. And we can expect a good third period. As in a 5-game series, it's quite important to take that game number 1. Because you win the next one, and then you have the team you're facing on the line already. As Stettler has seen throughout the course of these playoffs, they have swept each series thus far. They swept Delburn and then Provost. Wainwright, they did beat Irma in the last series in relatively short order as well. And Cassidy will grab the puck off the face-off and send it down behind the net. Back to James for the Rustlers. It's in the corner. This third period brought to you by Dynamite Oilfield Services Limited for all your maintenance and construction needs. To center ice, it's James for the Rustlers. The backhand doesn't get to the net. James still has the puck. To the slot, a shot. Doesn't get through. Picked up by Turnus. It's 3-on-1. Here's Piggin. And that pass over, deflected into the mesh. Now to center ice for Wainwright. And into the Imperial zone, but it will be an icing call. Here's Wainwright at the half wall. Now back in retreats. And here's Wainwright. Kieran Ross of the Imperials. Can't find Ethan Rost as Wainwright will get it out. Find the net, out in front, picked up by Comerford, and to center ice. Shots are now 34-15, a collision between Wright and Horn, I believe. Here's Fletcher. That shot goes past Thielman. There's a scrum. Stettler got it loose, but picked up by Fletcher. Now behind the net. Some contact in the crease. And I think Stettler's going to the box. Another cross-check penalty. A good opportunity for Wainwright to get back in this one. 17-15 to go in the third, brought to you by Dynamite Oilfield Services Limited. A quick cover by Thielman. And a loose puck at the face-off, picked up by Stettler and sent down the ice. Up to number 9, James. Now Turnus, a backhand down the ice. And it's picked up by Gosselin. And once again, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, we would certainly appreciate it. Around the net to Gosselin. Back to James, over to 37 James. The Jameses passing it back and forth. And a shot, loose puck. And Thielman able to get a stick on it and send it out of harm's way. Back to the point, a shot. Went wide, back to Comerford. And Stettler will get it out. Wainwright to center ice. They're still on the power play for just over half a minute. Here's a chance, a shot. A good stick from DeYoung, who stopped a great opportunity. He got the stick on the Wainwright player's stick and stopped a nice opportunity for a wrist shot. Still 28 seconds to work with on this power play. Not too sure what the refs are chatting about. They're having a conversation, and it looked like there might have been a little bit of blood in the corner. But I don't see any more penalties, as it's still 5-on-4. Well, still fighting. You can probably hear them on the stream. But still 5-on-4, 25 seconds to go on the power play for Wainwright. Wainwright sets it up. Here's Gosling. To James. Over to number 37, James. A shot. Puck bounces around a little bit, ends up in the corner. Now to Gosling, who fires it back in. And Stettler will get it out with Rost chasing it. Bugging Iceman a little bit. Stettler has killed off that Wainwright power play. And here's a pass up. Dicker is there as well, but a nice play by Kistner to get in the way of that saucer pass. Now to center ice, it's Rost. Can't get through the legs of Berg. And here comes Fletcher of Wainwright. There's a shot, and it almost bounced in front of the net. There's a shot, a loose puck, and covered by Thielman. Comerford loses the face-off, but Fletcher gets it and takes a shot. Can't get a strong shot on net. Now it's back on the front and covered up again by Simon Thielman. And a good crowd here at the Stettler Rec Center. Our cameraman Josh, a nice pan on the big crowd here. Both sides definitely had filled up nicely tonight. And I'm sure they're expecting a good crowd in Wainwright tomorrow as well. Picked up by Stollery. Goes the other way and gets it to Piggin on the wing. Now Turnus, 1 goal tonight, grabs it, but can't get it out of the zone. Off the glass to the point, kept in. Now to the corner, Piggin gets it out. Horn takes it and passes it off. Now back to, here's Piggin with an opportunity. A shot, looked for the corner, and it went wide. And we'll be right back after a message from our main sponsor, Stettler Boston Pizza.
At Boston Pizza, a fast lunch doesn't have to mean fast food. Now you can get a $15 lunch served in just 20 minutes, including your choice of a main, side, and drink. That's right, lunch for 15 bucks at your local Boston Pizza.
There's a pass to Cassidy, a shot, and a save by Eisenman. Face off to the left of the Wainwright goaltender. It's Guthrie sends it through, but wide. Here's Cassidy, a shot just over the net. Fletcher will go back to get it behind the net and around. Fletcher gets it back and will turn back and won't get it deep. It will exit the zone, I think. Now it will anyway. And James sends it right back into the Imperial zone. Thielman drops it off for Kistner. If you're just joining us, Stettler is up 2-0 in Game 1 of the 5-game championship series in the East Central Senior Hockey League. Now an opportunity, a loose puck. Ross grabs it, loose, and batted away by a Wainwright player to keep it 2-0. Ross will get it back, fighting for it. And Kistner a shot into the glove of the goaltender. 11:45 to go in the third period. Brought to you by Dynamite Oilfield Services Limited. All right, shots now 35 for 20, and Stettler with it, a shot, backhand, wide. Hamilton of Wainwright is battling for it, but it will exit the zone. According to the officials, and the whistle is blown. And again, thanks to everyone who's watching the stream tonight. We're at 255 concurrent viewers. And I have to go double check, but I think that might be a new record. It's at least very close. So thanks again for everyone who's watching the stream. We are Hometown Media Stettler. Pass over, and now Mullet fires it in off the visor of Wright. Now Gosselin at the point, a tip and a loose puck. But now Stettler has the puck. It's a 2-on-2, but stolen by James and now sent into the Imperial zone. Almost halfway through this third period, Stettler up 2-0. Fletcher. Now a big check on Tucker, and everyone is going to get involved. This is going to be a fun series, no doubt. Game 2 is tomorrow night in Wainwright. The team on their channel, their YouTube channel, they have a live stream as well. They do a great job. So if you're in Stettler and you want to watch the game tomorrow, it will be live on their YouTube channel. And now a face-off with Fletcher and Turnus at the dot. Alex DeYoung in the box. Stettler is on the penalty kill. And a prime opportunity for Wainwright to get back in game 1. That was a slashing penalty. Here's Dicker over to James. A shot. Saved by Thielman. Back to Dicker behind the net. Gosselin to the point and out of the zone, but a whistle before that as the net was off. And the Imperials win the face-off, fire it down the ice. Just over a minute in the power play for Wainwright. Hamilton dishes off to Mullet. Mullet's getting harassed by an Imperial. Now Mullet to center ice. And Wainwright, they would like to get it deep into the Imperial zone and set something up on this power play, but they have not been able to do so yet. Mullet back to Comerford. And it's back to the corner to Hamilton. Behind the net to Mullet. There's a shot, blocked in front, loose, another shot wide. 20 seconds to go on the power play. There's a shot. Again, didn't quite get through. Back to Hamilton at the half wall. Back to James. Again, James has it. Looking for a lane. There's a pass. And shot went wide. Back to number 9, James. And Stettler has successfully killed that penalty as there's a big collision in the corner. Walker will get it. And Walker will steam toward the net. A backhand, a save. And Turnus was looking for Piggin. Couldn't quite get that pass to him. Piggin and a collision with Fletcher. Now to Weeks. Turnus picks it up. And it gets past the Wainwright player. Turnus will send it over for Rost, but Rost hadn't quite caught up with the play. Fletcher is down. And Fletcher is making his way to the dressing room. And left some blood on the ice, so hopefully Fletcher's all right of the Rustlers. Now to Rost, Ethan Rost. Takes it to the front, loses the puck. 6:40 to go in this third period, brought to you by Dynamite Oilfield Services Limited. Kistner tried to get to center ice, but goes out of play. Oh, we. Kistner grabs it behind the net, still up 2-0 in game one. Taken away by Houston of the Imperials to Cassidy, who will get it in deep. Behind Iceman. Now a high sticking call. Wainwright will be going to the box. Now, I'm not sure exactly what happened to Fletcher, but he left the ice bleeding. That could have been a high stick that the refs missed. But they call this one. And Stettler goes to the power play, which is brought to you by Canadian Tire Stettler. They don't. So it was a high sticking penalty for Horn. Here's Piggin, gets it in, tries to get it in front, couldn't quite do it. As Turnus will get it back to the point. Rost, a shot over the net to Walker. Stettler now on the power play, setting it up. Pass over, and Hamilton will be able to get it out for the Rustlers. Ethan Rost, Kieran Rost. Now Houston gets the puck poked away by Fletcher. Great effort by Fletcher and good penalty killing. Houston working with 40 seconds on the power play. The shot goes high and out of play. Back to Kistner. 34 seconds to work with. Here's Houston. Score! And there's some insurance for the Stettler Imperials. Two players crash behind the Wainwright net, but they're up and at him. Fletcher can't get it out. Tucker fighting at the line there with Dicker. Puck to Guthrie. That's Houston from Cassidy and Kistner. Shots are now 38-22. Stettler up 3-0. Loose puck to the corner. And once again, the game tomorrow will be at 6 p.m. from Wainwright. Behind the net. Wainwright will be going on the power play. Never mind, they just pulled their goalie. I saw the goalie leave the net, and I just assumed it was a delayed call, but they're just looking for a little bit of help with an extra man. So with the net empty, here's Gosselin. Kistner off the boards to center ice. Couple minutes to go in the hockey game. Chance in front. That loose puck just goes wide as Dicker and a few Imperials are there. And no matter what happens tomorrow, we'll be back streaming the game next Saturday for Game 3. Minute 49 to go. The Wainwright net is still empty. As the crowd is serenaded to a little Country Roads. Little John Denver there for you. As the puck goes just past the empty net. Hamilton just can't corral that pass, misses it entirely, so it will be an icing call. And Iceman will go back to the net. Here's Fletcher. Over to James. Number 13, Fletcher, behind the net. And there's a shot that goes wide. And Cassidy's there. But the puck to James at center ice. 1 minute to go in game one. That one goes down the ice. Wainwright working on a power play right now as well. So Stettler has the liberty to just shoot it down the ice. 50 seconds to go on the power play, only 37 to go in the hockey game. Here's Comerford, a shot wide after it deflected off somebody. Back to the point. That one goes wide as well. Rost will get hooked, and it'll be a Wainwright penalty to go along with it. Kistner at center ice. 12 seconds to go in the hockey game. Kistner will have no problem to just stand behind the net until the clock runs out. And Simon Thielman with the shutout. And Stettler wins 3-0. Once again, make sure to watch the live stream from the Wainwright Rustlers YouTube channel tomorrow at 6 p.m. Stettler leads the series 1-0. And we'll be looking to have another good game in Wainwright tomorrow to potentially have the cup in the building next Saturday. We are Hometown Media Stettler. Once again, thanks to everyone from Stettler and beyond, Wainwright, and everyone else for watching the live stream tonight. And we will talk to you in exactly 1 week's time. Have a great night. Stettler leads the series 1-0.